Today we're fixing a problem that has cost me hours of time. Welcome to a new episode on the Create World, and today I want to fix the issue of traveling. Up till now we have either used the train or the backpack to travel back and forward. It works, but every time I forget stuff, I have to go back. In the best case scenario, that's about 5 minutes. Because I know myself and I know that I'll keep forgetting stuff, I want to eliminate some of that travel time. Some might think that's an easy thing to do, grab an elytra in the end and you're good to go. But what about large distances? In this mod pack we do have a solution, and it's called Create Teleporters. They're quite late game, and to make them it's a whole process, let alone getting them to work is quite difficult. But since we opened the end in the dimension last video, we can get started on it today. The first things that we need is a source of ender pearls. I've looked into designing a create farm, but nothing beats a good Enderman farm in the end. I'm going to be using a farm design by Dashbum4. If you want to know how it's built and what you need for the design exactly, I'll put a link to their video in the description below, since they do a great job at explaining it. For now, I'll get to building it and bring it back in when we're done. Alright, this farm works pretty well. It's fast enough and I didn't even have to put in the collection system, since we can use a backpack with a magnet upgrade, which is a lot faster. Now, we need to figure out how to get to the outer end islands so we can pick up some chorus fruit. This should be enough to start off with, so let's do some prepping for the new farms, or well, let's just call them factories, because that's what it's going to be. I've been collecting stuff for a good amount of time and I only need some more tuff and some other bits and bobs. But let's jump over to the time where I'm starting the farm. The first thing I need to do is to put down some outlines for all buildings. We'll dig down so we have some space for the pipes and the drawer systems to go below the buildings. And we'll have about 3 buildings in total. But let's get started on farm 1. We'll start off with the last farm in the setup, and every farm in this area is going to have its own lava source, so they don't run out. Then we'll put in a set of grinding wheels to turn obsidian into obsidian dust. We'll turn that into hardened plates, and then it's time to turn diamonds into circuits. We'll combine them with the hardened plates and a redstone pearl. We'll get back to that in a second farm. But lastly, we can combine the circuits and a hardened plate to get these quantum engine thingies. We'll also add a system to extract telejuice from the chorus fruit that we gathered. And it appears that we are going to need some more power, so let's add some more water wheels to our system. Now the next farm that we need is one for those redstone pearls. This farm will have 2 lava generators, one for a potion system and one for the end product. To make redstone pearls, we need redstone, obviously. And that we can do with cinder power that we're already producing in the blaze cake building. We do need to douse that cinder powder with a strength potion, which is where this setup comes in. The first mixer will just make an awkward potion, and the second one will turn that into a strength potion. Alright, now we're producing redstone, which we can then mix with ender pearls over a blaze burner to make redstone pearls. The only thing that we need to do now is to get these going, power them on, and then hook them up to the other storage systems that need to interact with these farms. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Now that those are running, let's get some other basic machinery to help us produce casings and other materials. We'll start off with a lava setup again, and then get everything from a brass mixer to a log stripper in place. All of these will be connected to the drawer system, and lastly we need to put in a little log farm. We'll use birch and build up 3 layers to get a decent amount of logs for the casings that we're going to be making. Talking about log farms, we might as well build a 2x2 jungle tree for the diamonds. Since we're using a lot of them for the circuits, we need a steady stream of logs coming in. And technically, that's about it for the farms. We do need a bit of a building around this, so I'm going to collect all the materials I'll need and I'll drop you off with future eggs to see how this building comes together. Future eggs, take it away. We have a building in place and it's looking pretty good. Now let's put in an auto crafter so we can start making teleporters. Of course, that pushes us to the power limit again, so I'm going to have to add some more water wheels. And now we can craft the first teleporters. We'll put it over here. And now we just have to route some pipes over here and pump some telejuice into the portal. And I think that if I hit the ground with one of these remote thingies and then drop it off in the teleporter, we should be able to teleport to the selected block. And that's pretty nifty. It's going to come in so handy. We're going to cut down on that travel time by a lot. And we'll set up an entire system with a hub that connects every town that we have to that central hub. But that's going to be for another video, because I'm out of time. And I hope you liked it enough to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!